Primary stress. Primary stress is the loudest and longest syllable in a word with a very noticeable change in pitch on the vowel. In one-syllable words, that one syllable has the primary stress. Blue or 10. It's the only syllable in the word, so of course it receives the primary stress. That makes sense. The vowel is louder and longer, and there's an obvious change in pitch. Listen for that change in pitch. Blue. 10. 10. Even when I speed it up, that change in pitch is obvious. The only exceptions to this rule of a one-syllable word receiving the primary stress are a handful of function words like the, which are usually unstressed or reduced. We rush through them. We'll talk more about those commonly reduced or rushed words in another lesson. The second level of stress is secondary stress. These are the syllables which are stressed, but not as much as the primary stress. So they are loud and long with a change in pitch, but not as loud or as long as the syllables that get the primary stress. And the change in pitch on the vowel is not quite as noticeable. An example of secondary stress would be the first syllable in this word, disappear. We do spend some time on this syllable and we do make the vowel louder and longer, but not quite as much as we do on this last syllable, the third syllable, peer. If both of these syllables received primary stress, which can happen, it happens in certain words, but here it doesn't. If both of these syllables received primary stress, it would sound like this: disappear, disappear, disappear. But because we don't spend quite as much time on the disappear, we categorize that as secondary stress. And if you notice this middle syllable, we just rush through as quickly as we can. Disappear. We get right to that third syllable that receives the primary stress. The third level of stress is the unstressed